Hi, I'm back with another video, even though I said I'd be posting twice a week and I didn't. So last week we had two birthdays. It was my birthday and then my little brother's birthday, so I didn't film. I've had to put the camera at like a different angle just because I couldn't be bothered to try and sort out lighting and stuff, so that's why the background looks a bit different, just for a little explanation. So this video I wanted to talk a little bit about anxiety and some things that I think might be quite helpful, and just some ways to calm down during a panic attack. Disclaimer for anybody watching this video, I will be talking about different things that can trigger anxiety, and I know that sometimes that can set off other people's anxiety, so if that will trigger you in any way, do not watch, or watch, but be careful, because I want to make sure that everyone's okay and happy. All the information I'm telling you has been written down on a piece of paper that's just off camera, you can't see it, but it's just there, and I will be adding in a bit of my own experience. But if you want to find any of the information or anything more about anxiety and stuff, you can go on the NHS website, and that gives you a lot of information, or I'll leave a link down below and you can go and check out some different ones. So I am gonna have to look off. I don't have everything memorized. I'm very sorry. You're just gonna have to deal with that. I'm sorry. Anxiety is a feeling of unease, such as worry or fear. It can happen at any time. Anybody can have anxiety. You may have anxiety because you have a job interview coming up, or because you have a test that's really important. That can cause anxiety. However, when anxiety becomes more frequent and it becomes more difficult to control, that's when there's a little bit of an issue, and that can lead to other problems such as panic disorders. Panic attacks are where your body experiences a rush of intense mental and physical symptoms. I'm going to list a few symptoms that I've written down. There are loads of symptoms, you can have any of them. You may start off with only a few of them and then they build up and they get worse and worse over the years, or you start off with loads of them and then they can reduce, or sometimes you only have like one and that just stays. So here are going to be a few of the symptoms for you. So you could have your heart will start to beat very fast, you can feel faint, they can start sweating, you can feel nausea, trembling, hot and cold flushes, shaking, ringing in your ears, which I didn't even know was a symptom, but you can get ringing in your ears, tingling feelings, and disconnection from your own body. And that's not all of it, that's just a few. Different things can cause you to have panic attacks. There are certain things that can just trigger them, and then sometimes you'll just have them and you won't really know why. I have had panic attacks in the past where I've had no idea why I'm having them and they've just hit me all of a sudden. Whereas other times I've had panic attacks because of something that I know is going to cause it. One of the biggest things that has impacted me is sick. I have had a phobia of it since I was a kid, and it is the main feeling I get when I have panic attacks. This is an issue because when you have a fear of something and then you feel it, it can start to freak you out. Or if you have a fear of something and then somebody else is sick, it can cause panic attacks. So if I had somebody and they mentioned sick in any way, I will start to feel anxiety, I will start to feel a little sick. And that's an issue because I'm not sick. There's nothing wrong with me, like that way. I just have anxiety because somebody else has mentioned it. Anxiety is a very common mental illness, but it's so stressful at times to deal with. Some little tasks can become very difficult. I struggle to get on buses. I struggle to order my own food. I will definitely do it if I have to, but I will try and go out my way to not go on a bus. I will go out my way, if I'm with friends who I know I can ask, I'll get them to order for me. I'm a lot better now, but if you'd asked me a year ago to order my own food, I don't think I could. I think I would ask someone else to do it. And it's little things like that that you wouldn't expect somebody to get so freaked out over, but it can be very scary. don't want to sit here and say anxiety is the worst thing in the world, because it's not. You can do so many things to help them. One thing you can do to help is go to a therapist. They can be very helpful. I did therapy for a bit of time and it helped me. It didn't help me fully, but that's my problem. You can find some amazing therapists who are so good and they are trained to help you get better. Another thing you can do when having a panic attack is breathing techniques. So the main breathing technique that I learned was 6, 7, 8. So you breathe in for 6 seconds, hold it for 7 seconds, and breathe out for 8 seconds. And that helps to slow down your heart rate, stop the shaking, and kind of get your breathing back on track. If you feel nausea, one to do is 4-4. I'm going by numbers because it's a lot easier to remember. So 4-4 is in for 4, out for 4, and that can really help with the nausea feeling and feeling sick. And it helped me a lot. One technique my mum told me to try is counting back from 1,000, or counting up to 1,000, or counting back from 1,000 in threes. It's like 1,000, 97. You know what I'm on about. Like I said, anybody can feel anxiety, and you need to know that it's okay. It's not a problem. You can do so many things to help, and there are going to be times where it can be difficult, but it's not going to hurt you. And that's something that I definitely had to learn, was that my anxiety cannot hurt me. It's not, I don't want to say it's in your head because that sounds like it's a bad thing, but it's a mental disorder, like a mental health problem. So but it is kind of in your head, but not in a bad way. It cannot physically hurt you. You are so strong. Every person is so strong and so incredible. And just because you have this one problem doesn't mean it's going to take over your life. You are your own person and you can get through it. In my last video, I left a few links down below to go and check out if you wanted to learn a bit more, to get a bit of help. I will do the same in this video. There'll be links down below. I will also link my social media down below. I did have it linked to my old videos and then I took it off just because I wanted to. So I will relink that down below if you want to go and check out my social medias. I know my Instagram will be down there. I don't know what else, but I know you'll find my Instagram. Thank you to absolutely everyone who watches these videos. I don't know if the audio is going to be any good. I didn't use the microphone for this one, and it's a different setup, so I don't know if it'll be any good. I love every single one of you. Have a fantastic week, and I will see you in the next video, which should hopefully be on Saturday, but don't take my word for it. If not, I will try and post next Wednesday. Take it easy, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye!